Hello everyone. So let's look at Tsotsi chapter 10. So chapter 10 is very interesting. Here we see the final fracture of Tsotsi's gang. The ark pitches at Tsotsi's house and he starts knocking. Tsotsi's like, why are you here? I don't want to even have anything to do with you anymore. Why are you here? And the ark goes on like, but we've been together for 2 years. We've been a gang for 2 years. This is something we've been doing for so long. It's just what we've always been doing. And Tsotsi tells him, you know what? It's finished. I'm no longer going to be involved in this gang or be a part of this gang or lead this gang. So please go. It is finished. And the ark is like, but where? Like, I don't care. Just go. So they stare at each other for a few moments and then the ark just finally leaves, realizing Tsotsi is really done with the gang in its entirety. Then Tsotsi now stares out of his window and he sees Miriam in the queue for water again. But what is interesting this time is Miriam keeps looking at his house. So he thinks, okay, considering she keeps looking this way, it might now be easier to persuade her to come back and feed his baby. So she then actually comes to his house willing to feed the baby, wanting to actually feed the baby. So she comes willingly, she feeds the baby, she makes sure the baby is well kept, she powders the baby, she dresses him, she nurtures him, cares for him. Very motherly, very caring, very nurturing. You can show she actually now felt something for this baby. Then she asks Tsotsi, listen, are you the father? He's like, no. As she then comes with a proposal, but give the baby to me. And what is now very interesting is Tsotsi says, but no, the baby is mine. The baby is mine. He might not be the father, but he's stepping into that role now of being the baby's father. And he says, no, the baby was given to me. The baby is my responsibility. The baby is mine. And he gives the baby his own name. Tsotsi calls the baby David. So another sign that Tsotsi is also becoming David. And he passes on his name to this baby, for whom he now really has started caring. Miriam tries to convince him, but he's sick. I can care for him. He and my son can play together. You can come and see him anytime you'd like to. And he still says, no, the baby is mine. Even though with her persuasion, and she tried to convince him, she stopped at the door trying to further convince him that give the baby to me. I can take care of the baby. He says, no, the baby is mine. I will care for this baby. His name is David and he is mine. This is completely contrary to the character we got to meet in chapter 1. Now we see a changed man here, chapter 10, all as he took this road to redemption, where he started finding his own identity, starting to remember Boston being that catalyst in jogging his mind again, asking those questions. Now we see a changed man in Tsotsi, someone who now cares, dropping a gang, leaving behind that life. And then after this encounter with Miriam, he then takes the baby and he goes and hides the baby in the ruins, making sure he hasn't been followed and making sure Miriam didn't see him, because now he's scared. Now people are going to take the baby away from me. He wants to keep the baby. He doesn't want to lose the baby at all. So he really has grown attached to the baby and started caring. Then from there, he takes an opposite route and he goes back to his own past memories of where he spent his time when he was 10 years old with the river gang. He finds all those pipes and stuff are still there, verifying the fact that his memories are real and true, and that as in fact what happened to him. And that is in how chapter 10 closes. Have an awesome day.